Welcome to Amplify with Jess Ekstrom, a show designed to help women get out of their head and into their zone of influence. Happy Monday, everyone. Here's some food for thought to start your week. Okay, I'm going to share you something that I wrote after I took my first flight with Ellie last summer. We survived only 2 meltdowns. One of them was from Ellie. I think you can guess who the other one was from. But before the flight, I basically got my PhD on the internet about traveling with babies, what to pack, what to do, what not to do, all of the things. I could write an entire dissertation about traveling with babies with the amount of articles and TikToks I consumed. But the best piece of advice that I got, hands down, was this. No matter how long the flight is and how terrible it goes, the flight will end and you will never see these people again. I repeated that line to myself at 35,000 feet in the air while Ellie was wailing, and I was walking up and down the aisle, patting her back, trying to soothe her, as some people looked at me like with eyes of sympathy, while others looked at me and they were like, it needs to stop. And I realized that this advice that I was telling myself of like, the flight will end and I will never see these people again, it is much more than just being on an airplane with your child. No matter how challenging the moment is that you're in, it will pass. And most of the time, no one is even thinking about it as much as you are. People move on. People forget. People aren't writing down your every move or passing or failing you. And quite frankly, this will either be a disappointment or maybe even a huge relief. No one is thinking about you and your every move as much as you are. I'm going to repeat that. No one is thinking about you and your every move as much as you are. Babies cry on planes. We trip in public places. We stumble over our words. We do things we wish we would have done differently. But we can do hard things. Thank you, Glennon Doyle, for that one. No one is watching you flail, and only you define if you fail. Thanks for listening to Amplify. If you are a fan of the show, show us some podcast love by giving us a rating and review. And give us a follow at Mic Drop Workshop and at Jess Ekstrom. Coming up on Amplify.
My free time doesn't mean it's available time. Like, we forget the fact that like free time means it's free for us to design what it looks like, not that it's open for people to like schedule things on, or we have to justify why it's empty. And if we have empty time, it's like bad or selfish. And I think that so often we've been trained to think we have to fill all the slots, or we could be doing more for whoever.
This episode was edited and produced by Earfluence, and I'm Jess Ekstrom, your host. Remember that you deserve the biggest stage, so let's find out how to get you there. I'll see you again soon.